Welcome to Bold Schoolers. Have you ever felt that traditional schooling doesn't quite align with what you want to learn, how you want to learn, or when you want to learn? You're not alone. Welcome to the Self-Directed Learning SDL revolution, an alternative approach that's changing the way we think about education. Imagine a classroom where everyone is expected to learn the same way. This one-size-fits-all approach has been prevalent for years, but it often overlooks individual learning preferences, what we're interested in learning, and when and how we want to learn it. Skill levels, how much we already know about a topic, or what we're already competent in doing. And pacing needs. We all learn faster or slower depending on what we're trying to learn and how much we already know. Isn't it time for something different? In self-directed learning, you take the lead in your own education. What fuels this approach? Intrinsic motivation, those things that turn you on, and the state of flow, high levels of brain chemistry. We are way more motivated when we have a choice, and we learn far better when we have brain chemicals flooding into our system. And the best benefit? When you're genuinely interested, learning becomes not just effective, but also enjoyable. For those of you that aren't familiar with flow is a psychological state where you're fully immersed in an activity, leading to heightened focus and productivity. It's like being in the zone where you're fully engaged in what you're doing. People all over the world are taking learning into their own hands. They're starting to own their education rather than trusting it to an out-of-date system that may or may not prepare them for an unknown future. At 14, one of my students, Sarah, was disenchanted with traditional schooling and decided to focus on science outside of a traditional school setting. 2 years later, she began to volunteer in a Southern California genetics lab. Today, she continues to work on cutting-edge research to understand how our genetics influences individual health and well-being. Another student, Tim, found his passion in music rather than in a traditional classroom. Through self-directed learning, he studied with some of the best mentors within his local community. Now at 22, he's working as a musician with a unique blend of jazz and electronic music. The digital age offers a wealth of resources for self-directed learners, from online courses to AI tutors to an ability to contact world-class experts in any field of interest. The world is an open source classroom, and you don't need permission to attend. What does the rise of SDL mean for the future of education? It means that students take charge of their learning with the knowledge that they know how to learn whatever they need to, protecting themselves as an uncertain future comes rushing towards us. SDL leads to a more personalized and empowering learning environment, potentially sparking significant changes in large-scale educational systems. If enough of us take ownership of our own learning, the archaic ideas of traditional schooling will have to change. Does SDL ignite a glimmer of curiosity? Here's a simple guide. Number 1, identify your interests. What excites you? Number 2, gather resources, books, apps, mentors. Create your own toolkit. Number 3, set goals. Make them high but achievable. Number 4, take action. The world is full of learning opportunities, so start exploring. SDL is more than a trend. It's a shift in how we approach education. It empowers you to take control of your learning journey, offering a more personalized experience. Stay tuned for upcoming tools to help you along the way. If you'd like a list of some of my favorite resources, grab it here. Happy bold schooling.